So this is going to be an off-the-cuff video on how to quit your job. So my name is Rafif. Just very quick, I've made a full-time living as a trader. I've worked, so I work in I work on the side, and then right now I work full-time. But I've made a full-time living as a trader since 2021, and I'm gonna answer the question in this video, like if you are working a job and you're not happy at that job, how to quit, how to make a full-time living if you're not working a job. And in my opinion, this is the easiest way to do it. There's different ways to do it, but in my opinion, the easiest way to do it, and I think this is for anyone from any field, you can learn to trade. And like if you're trying to be like a millionaire trader, yeah, that's really difficult. But if you're trying to make just a living, if you're trying to make 4 or 5K a month as a trader and like just not have to work a job and be able to trade instead, that could be done with like maybe 20-30 minutes a week, like not a lot of time, and that could be done really easily, and you wouldn't have to learn a lot, like even if you didn't know how to trade. So if I was broke, or if I was broke, let's say I'm broke, okay, we can say that, then I would probably work a job, live with my parents or something, work a job for probably just a year, save up 20 or 30K. Once I have 20 or 30K saved, I could probably make 3 or 4K a month from that consistently. And if you want to really be safe, have like 40 or 50K saved, you can make 4 or 5K a month pretty comfortably. There's different calculations, but if you've heard the saying that the rich get richer, that's really true, because the reason is that you can get multiples on your money. So if you have money put in the bank, you can get interest in it. If you have money put in an investment, you can get a return on it. If you had $1 million and you put that into like let's say a 5% checking account or a 5% savings account, and you had $1 million, then you would get 5% a year. So that would be 10% would be 100K. So 5% would be 50K a year, okay? And then split that into 12 months, that would be 50K divided by 12, which is like 4K, a little over 4K a month. That's with $1 million. But that would be in like a 5%, and then still you could do a lot better than that. So there's different types of trading, but my thing is, if you have 40 or 50K and you can learn to trade, and it's not very hard, you can watch what the market's going to do, and there's different types of trades that you could do. But one type of trade that I like to do is it's called like a spread trade. There's some videos on like selling puts or selling spreads. So the market will go up 77% of the time. What you can do is that you could take like 50K, 100K, and you can just sell puts on it, and you could do it with a chunk of it, or you could do it with a larger chunk of it, and you can make money on that. And it's ideal because it shows you the percentage. So you can make a 10% return with a 90% chance of profit, and you can watch YouTube videos on how to do this, and it's extremely easy. So what people typically do with the market is that if a stock's trading at 300, they'll try to buy in, they'll try to sell it if it goes to 310 with the call typically, or they'll buy the stock. And if they buy puts, they make money if the market goes down. So they'll buy at 300, if it goes to 295 or it goes to 290, they can sell, they can make a profit. Now that's doable, and I do that, but I don't do that all the time. That can be tricky to time sometimes, and you're not going to get it perfect. You're going to lose money some of the time. But what I like doing is range bound trading, which a lot of people don't know that you can do this, is that, and to learn this, you can look up selling puts or selling spreads, but you can set it up to where, like, okay, the stock is trading at 300, I have $1,000, I'll put that up as collateral, okay? And they'll like take it for like a day, they'll lock it up for like just one day, and I can bet that, okay, by the end of today, the stock's not going to go past 310, okay? And right now it's trading at 300, and then it can go to 305, it can even go to 309, or it can stay the same. It can stay at 300, it can drop to 290, it can drop to 285, whatever, right? As long as it doesn't go above 310. If it goes above 310, as long as you'll be down a little bit of money, but you could sell out of your position, as long as it's not the end of the day. You just don't want to end the day above 310, okay? So you can set a position like that, and then pretty much what was I gonna say? You could set a position like that. So put up $1,000 as collateral. Right now it's at 300. I bet that it's not going to go above 310, and if it goes to 305 or 307, I'll be good, you know? And then and you'll do that 90% of the time or more, and you can watch the market, see, okay, the market's supposed to be flat today, it's not going to move a lot today. There's different videos on YouTube updating what the market's going to do. There's different videos on Facebook groups and Discord groups telling you what the market is going to do. You can follow some of those groups and see that, okay, it's not supposed to move today, so I'm going to set a position like this. And you could do that, and then on your $1,000 you could make $100 or $150 in a day, which is like a full-time living, just like that, with a 90% chance of profit. So that means if you blindly did that trade and you didn't look at the market at all, you didn't study at all, still 9 times out of 10 you'd be fine. So this is why this is the single easiest way to quit your job, literally. And I go by this. I've tried different hustles, different methods and stuff. So if you have 50K, you could trade with part of that or a large chunk of that. You could trade with like 20 or 30K, or you could even trade with the whole 50K, and you can make 1 or 2 trades a month and make 5K a month, 8K a month, 10K a month, and then just do that. The tricky part gets to be you'll make money like this, and then you'll want to do it every day, or you'll have trouble managing your risk. You'll want to do it with more money. You'll know, oh, if I can do 90%, then why don't I do it with 70% or 60%? So there is a method of managing your emotions. But this is, if you're in pain and you don't like your job, this is the single easiest way to do it. This is better than real estate, better than, starting a business, better than anything else. This beats building a business, because a business, you have to manage employees, you have to have competitors, you have to do a lot of different things. You have to have a unique niche, you have to have a product to sell. If you do real estate, you have to have money to buy a fucking house, then you have to be able to rent it out, you have to find renters, you have to fix it up, and even then you'll get money, the renters might not pay rent, you'll have other issues with real estate. Maybe you can't get all the rooms rented out, you have to figure out where you buy the property, you have to figure out, like, can you even get a loan or qualify for a loan to buy a house. So if you have no money, you can't do that. But so if you have no money, you can work a job, save up for a year, watch basic videos on trading, and it's really not that hard, and learn how to sell puts, sell spreads, and you can do a trade, a put spread, or sell a put spread like that, or something like that, where you have a 90% chance of profit of making 10% or more. And you can do that every single day. SPY trades same day expiring positions, QQQ trades same day expiring positions, and I believe there's other stocks that do that too, or they do once a week. But you can do that, and you can make 30% in a day, 15% in a day, 10% in a day, 30% in a week, and you just do that with a chunk of money and you're good. So this is the single easiest way to quit your job. And if you're not happy, you can do this. I've done this in the past. I've had time in the past where I didn't want to work, and I was just okay, I'm just gonna trade stocks instead. I was able to do it, and even when I was not that good at it, I was still able to mostly do it profitably, because by definition you're gonna be right 90% of the time, okay? And the 10% of the time that you're not, so let's say it's $1,000, and then your $1,000 is at risk because it's going to 310. You could sell out and lose $200 or $300, and you can map this out actually in an equation, and you could see, okay, if 9 times out of 10 I'm making $150 or $200, and then 1 time out of 10 I'm going to lose $200 or $300, is that profitable long term or not? What's my win rate? And you can kind of put that into ChatGPT, and you can see, and you can check out your win rate and stuff. But this is the single easiest way to do it. This is what rich people kind of do, in sense that they'll either have real estate or they'll have stocks. They have investments that they live off of. Their investments generate cash flow, and then they live off of their cash flow. I think as human beings, we want to work, and it feels good to serve other people, but the workforce does kind of take advantage of that to some extent, and there is some amount of indoctrination in working a corporate job or working a job at all, where they're gonna prey on that ability of, okay, you want to work and stuff, and you might have to work more than you want to. Everyone has to work. You don't get out of work. That's another topic for another video, is that once you start trading stocks full-time and you make a living full-time, and you can press a button and make a living full-time, and you don't have to do anything, and your work is 5 minutes a day, you'll find yourself wanting to work or do other jobs a little bit, because you're bored at home and shit, or your life will lack meaning and lack purpose and stuff. So you'll want to contribute to others in some kind of way. That's why I want to make YouTube videos and share more of what I've learned. But yeah, and that's how you do it. I would save up money, work a year, have 30K saved or 40K saved, 20K, 30K, 40K saved, and then trade stocks and try to make 4 or 5K a month. And then do that, and then on the side try to do some kind of business so that I can do that. Because stocks, if you trade every single day, you're going to be wrong some of the time, but you can still be profitable long term. I don't think it's that difficult. I really don't. I think it's easier than everything. Like, you can be like physically handicapped and you can do this on your phone. You just need your thumbs, you need your phone, you need a few seconds of the internet, like a few minutes to see what the market's going to do today. That's it. And there's not a lot of learning. It was pretty easy, you know. I don't have to figure out where to buy the right house or how much to sell it for, or like a lot of that stuff. So if you are not happy with your job, I'd say if you're at a job, stay at your job, try to save up money, find ways that you can cut your expenses and save up more money, and try to save up there, and then find ways that you can save up, watch some YouTube videos on trading, learn trading, learn how to sell spreads and sell puts, because it's easier to make money selling contracts than it is to make money buying contracts. That's what people on Wall Street do, is that they'll sell put spreads, they'll sell covered calls, they'll sell covered puts and stuff. So they're selling the contract that someone else is buying. Learn how to do that, and then you can quit your job a lot easier. And people say, oh, if you can start your business or something else, but all of that's work. This is a way that it's not much work, and you can have money coming in 4 or 5K a month, and you can chill a bit for the first time in your life and figure out like what the fuck you want to do with your life. And you can kind of relax a bit more and figure out, okay, I want to do this, I don't want to do this. Okay, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below and let me know what you guys think. All right.